Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Tarot by Melissa, and today's reading is going to be looking at how your love interest perceives you. So specifically, we're going to try to identify what category they put you in. Do they see you as relationship material, marriage material? Do they see you as a hookup, a friend, friends with benefits? We're just going to try to get a sense of where they're placing you in their life at this time. So let's go ahead and get into some disclaimers. First and foremost, this is a general reading, so keep in mind that some messages might resonate with your situation, other messages might not. If it doesn't feel like it fits or if it's not resonating, then it's probably not a message for you. Just release it and let it go, and do not allow it to get you upset. If you did want to book a personal reading, all the details on how you can do so will be linked in the description box down below. Personal readings are always a great way to get a more specific and accurate read on your personal situation and energy. All right, so let's go ahead and get into our pile selection. We're doing 3 piles today. For pile number 1, we have this Rhodonite crystal. For pile number 2, we have this Bloodstone. And for pile number 3, we have this Mookaite heart. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Think about your person. Think about how your love interest perceives you. Go ahead and select the card or crystal you feel the most intuitively connected to. And once you've made your choice, scroll down to the description box to locate the timestamp that will take you to your pile selection. See you there. Hey, pile 1, if you guys picked out this Rhodonite crystal, this will be your reading. We're going to be looking at how your love interest perceives you, and my goal of this reading is to try to kind of pinpoint what category they're putting you in. So do they see you as just a friend, friends with benefits, a love interest, husband, wife material, etc. So let's go ahead and get started with our first 4 cards. So starting off, we have in touch. Good communication. We have independent. Okay. We have the puppet master, and we do have the groom. Okay. So already looking at a pretty nuanced reading, which of course that's how a lot of readings are. I would definitely say that your person does perceive you as somebody who is long-term partnership material, with the groom card being here. For some of you, you may identify in this groom energy. For others of you, you might identify more in like a wife energy. But there is kind of this energy of them perceiving you as somebody who's interested in a long-term commitment or interested in advancing this connection forward. I feel like that your communication really stands out to this person with in touch. I think that this person feels your level of interest in them, and they feel that you're wanting to advance this connection because of you keeping in touch with them. So you guys might check in with them every so often. You might call them to check in every so often. I am getting that there is like some substantive conversations. There are some substantive conversations that happen between the two of you, initiated by you. I will say though, another message I'm getting with these 2 cards is, for some of you, I feel this person is certainly viewing you in more of a masculine energy. Not necessarily in like the gendered sense, but when I say masculine energy, this is someone who is the one that's taking action, okay? And certainly they see you as somebody who's wanting to maintain a sense of control in this situation as well. So yeah, definitely seeing you in more of a masculine light. This person sees you as somebody who likes to do things their way, and I do think that they perceive you as someone who is very convicted in your beliefs and very convicted in the way that you choose to go about doing things with regard to the situation and maybe in your life in general. This almost to me looks like a protest sign. So some of you guys might like have some causes that you feel really empowered and supportive of, that you like to talk about with this person. They may associate you with those things. But for others of you, this is more so you march to the beat of your own drum. You value your independence. So even though this person sees you as someone that is wanting a long-term connection, that maybe is long-term connection material, I do feel that they perceive you as someone who wants to do it their own way. Maybe the non-conventional way, a way that feels right for you versus everybody else. And with the puppet master here, they definitely see you as somebody who likes to be in control of the situation. This has pulling your strings, manipulation and control, asserting yourself, addictive relationship. I'm not saying any of those things specifically apply to you or that they think that. And I hate this word because I feel like it's so overused, even though it does exist out there. I recognize that. But what I get from this is somebody who wants to kind of be in control. They want to be the one that's running the show here. So let's get into your tarot cards. We have Knight of Cups and Page of Pentacles as our next two cards. So I feel like this person sees you as someone who is really kind and considerate, and you may be really, really good with your words. This is, again, kind of coming in with this in-touch communication energy. I think some of you guys may have actually expressed to this person how you feel about them. You may have expressed to this person very clearly what it is that you want from this situation. Maybe you've told them that you're wanting something more long-term, but this is definitely an energy of emotional expression. It is an energy of romance as well. So this person, I feel, perceives a lot of you guys that picked pile 1 as being romantic and very charming. You know sort of the right words to say in order to win them over and to sort of achieve your romantic goals with them. We also have the Page of Pentacles coming up here. So Page of Pentacles shows me someone who's quite dedicated. You guys might actually be a little bit younger than this person for some, because both of these cards are giving me slightly more youthful energy. So it's interesting because there is a maturity that I feel this person perceives within you, but they also view you as someone who's younger or maybe less experienced. So I'm getting you're mature for your age or something along those lines. But Page of Pentacles is someone who is definitely very curious, someone who likes to ask questions and learn new things. They may be associating you with education or school, something along those lines. But I also see them as perceiving you as being a very dedicated person. Whatever you're setting your mind to, you're really going to dedicate yourself to achieving, which I think makes a lot of sense with this independent energy here. So let's continue. We have Spiritual Awakening, and we do have Rolling the Dice. Okay. How do they perceive you? For some of you guys, I feel like this person perceives you as somebody who is a risk taker. Maybe you guys kind of shot your shot with this person. You took a chance. This could also be your person's energy where they're kind of feeling connecting with you is sort of a little risky for them, or they're not really sure what they're going to get. There's certainly an element of unpredictability with rolling the dice here. You roll the dice to take a chance to see if you can win something, but you never know exactly what you're going to get. And so there is something around that with you. But I also feel this person with Spiritual Awakening is viewing you as someone who is maybe spiritual, but again, free. I'm definitely getting this free, independent sort of energy from this person's perspective of you. They see you as someone who really just marches to the beat of your own drum. You're not afraid to take risks. You do what feels right to you, and you do what feels right and aligned with your emotions and your own well-being. Some of you guys could be Indigenous as well, and they may associate you with that. So we have Inner Strength coming up next. And we have Luck. Oh my gosh, that's crazy with the risk thing here. Yeah, so it's this person sees you as someone who's really lucky for some reason. Maybe they feel you're really lucky with money, you're really good with money. This is they see you as getting whatever you want. You just fall into things, or things just kind of fall in your lap. And I'm really noticing how she's blindfolded here. So it's like this blind luck. Like you just kind of shoot your shot and get what you want. I want to look up this goddess as well just to see what else we can learn about it. So this is a Greek goddess. It says she's appearing before you as a sign that your timing will be exceptionally good right now. So seize the opportunity. Yeah. So it's like this person sees you as someone who's not afraid to just like seize the opportunity, seize the moment when it's right, to take that chance. Let's look at this other one, inner strength. This person may be associating you with animals for some. They may see you as someone who likes animals or likes to be outside. I'm getting that here with this card as well. This is a Celtic goddess. This says goddess of love. So whether you're embracing a new path, taking a risk, or healing from past pain, everything you're seeking is inside of you. That's crazy because, again, we have an association. They're associating you with risk. So this is definitely someone who perceives you as being really confident in yourself and being, not afraid to just put yourself out there in whatever way feels good to you and whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. Very confident energy is what they associate you with. So we have one more card, which is the Mystic. Okay, that says revels in intimate union with the divine, more of that spiritual energy. We also have delusional rapport with the divine. But what I get from this Mystic card is, again, this person sees you as someone who is psychic, someone who is spiritual, someone who might just have a lot of wisdom and knowledge, and just they feel like you just know all the answers, right? They see you as being really intuitive. And maybe for some of you, this is what these independent beliefs are that they associate you with. Like, because maybe this is something some of you guys do for work. And so they see you as kind of going against the grain of society and really taking a risk to perform this type of work for others. But yeah, I think when we're asking the question, how do they perceive you and sort of what category do they put you in, it definitely feels like they're putting you more in that like committed, serious relationship type of category. So very interesting reading, pile one. I would love to hear from you in the comments which aspects you feel resonate with your person. So drop me a note below and let me know. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so that you will be updated whenever I post the next one, and I'll see you there. Bye. Hey, pile two, if you guys picked out this little bloodstone crystal, this will be your reading. We're going to be looking into how your love interest perceives you. And my goal with this reading is to try to kind of see what category they're putting you in. So do they feel like you are wifey hubby material? Do they feel like you're just a friend, friends with benefits? We're going to try to pinpoint sort of where they're categorizing you, as well as look to see how they perceive you in a more nuanced way. So starting off, we have volatile, seasonal, we have made with love, and we have island time. Okay. All right, so I definitely feel like this person is clearly seeing you as somebody who is not necessarily a stable fixture in their life, especially with seasonal being here on and off. And with the island next to it, it's making me feel like you and this person have a connection where maybe you met like during travel, or you met them during a vacation, or maybe this is a person that you vacation with sometimes, but it's not necessarily anything more than that. They definitely see and feel or perceive that you have a more kind of relaxed mentality toward them and toward this situation, and that you are someone that kind of wants to take your time when it comes to this connection. They do see you as someone who is really kind and sweet and I think supportive when the two of you are connecting. They also associate you with being sentimental or gifting. So there could be something about you giving them a gift that they really like or that they are remembering. This also talks about trying new things, being there, supportive. But there's certainly like this vibe that like they feel like something about you isn't exactly good for them with that explosive combo energy. They may feel like you have a short fuse, or that it doesn't take much for them to set you off. And there's something about like when it gets bad, there's this distance between the two of you, and then you kind of circle back together, if that makes sense. So let's just keep going. Kind of interested here. So we have a Queen of Cups and we have Temperance. Yeah, I mean, with Temperance coming up, they're definitely perceiving you as like wanting to take your time. But I also think that this person sees some differences between the both of you, some really fundamental differences. And the differences could have to do with what level of commitment each of you are wanting, because they're seeing you or perceiving you as being off and on, in and out of their life, right? Which leads me to believe that maybe this person is wanting something a little bit more permanent. I also think that this person, like if you're somebody who's wanting to take your time and be patient, and there's someone that's wanting to move a lot faster, there's something that's creating a lack of balance in this connection, like a fundamental difference that's really hard to blend. And I think that those differences are sort of what causes things to go left at times. Yeah. But they do see you with this Queen of Cups as being very emotional. So it kind of goes along with that Made with Love card. Like they see you as someone who's sentimental, who is very sweet and kind, and you can be very heartfelt. I do think this person may even love you for some of you, or they perceive you as loving them. There's definitely love coming up here for sure. Emotions are coming up here for sure. They're associating you with emotions. Maybe sometimes they feel the emotions are volatile, but I do think a lot of times the emotion feels like they like the emotional side, the sentimental side of you. It feels like there's a difference here with what you guys both want out of the situation that's causing the volatility and the on and off. Let's continue. We have Party, okay. And we have Wedding. Oh, wow, okay. Did you guys meet this person at a wedding or like at an after party or something like that? I feel like there is a part of this person where even though this connection is off and on, I feel like they still kind of put you in the long-term relationship category with the wedding card coming up. Unless you guys just like met this person at a wedding and they're kind of associating you with that for some of you, but we're kind of asking what category they put you in. And I do see here that they see you as someone that could be like spouse material, long-term relationship material. But I don't know how do I try to say this? I don't know if this person is sort of looking at you with rose-colored glasses right now, in a sense, or looking at the situation with rose-colored glasses. Like, even though they're recognizing some of the challenges that are here with this connection, sometimes I wonder, not sometimes, but reading this energy, I do wonder for some of you if this wedding is more like a hope and a dream for the future, but not necessarily something that's super grounded in the reality of what's happening right now. That's just for some of you. But yeah, I do think that they still are putting you in that long-term relationship category, even though there's something about this connection that is having a hard time blending and mixing right now. They're also associating you with partying. So this is like they see you as someone they can have a lot of fun with. Maybe you guys like to drink together. But it's interesting that this is coming up on the side with that volatility where it's like maybe there's something about drinking or partying that causes friction with this situation for some of you. Or makes this person feel uncomfortable or insecure, perhaps. I don't know, you guys. Like, tell me what's going on. For some reason, the way that I'm reading this is it feels like your person is wanting something more stable with you with the wedding, but maybe you don't necessarily want that with them, right? So it's like, I feel like with the Temperance card and the volatile card, I feel like this is where the frustration is coming in for your person. Yeah. Okay, let's continue. We have Hecate. I don't know if I'm pronouncing these right, but this says magic. And then we have Mat, justice. I'm going to look at the little, I'm still learning this goddess deck, and I'm so sorry, you guys. I don't know how to pronounce any of the goddesses, but let's take a look at the first one we have. Greek goddess. So it says, Goddess of Magic and Queen of Crossroads reminds us that we are at the crux of our own power. You'll be at your most magical now, and Hecate is reinforcing that power. So what I'm getting from this is that your person definitely sees you as somebody who stands within your power. You know, they do see you as powerful. They do see you as magical. I'm wondering if that's where those rose-colored glasses that I was picking up on earlier were coming from, or they just look at you and they feel like you're incredibly special and unique. And that you are not afraid to stand firm in doing what's right for you. Let's look at the other goddess here, Mat. So this says, Mat rules over all things related to truth and justice, so you'll be gaining fair treatment for whatever you're seeking. So there's something about fairness that they're associating with you. And I'm also getting commitment energy with the Justice card here too. Like, I do feel like this person is wanting some higher level of commitment from you, or they're seeing you as somebody worthy of a higher level of commitment. Maybe for some of you, they think you're married, or they perceive you as being married or already in a relationship maybe. But I only think that's for like one or two people. The importance here, though, is that that card is talking about fairness. So you might be somebody who really wants to make sure that time is evenly reciprocated, energy is evenly reciprocated, that commitments are honored and upheld. But there's something about this connection that is on and off, which is making me feel like someone here isn't always honoring their commitments to the other. You know what I mean? Like, there's something about it that, there's something about the balance of things, especially to a temperance, that I think is off here. Our last card, Dilettante. Delights in the arts without having to be a professional, alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. Pretension to much deeper knowledge than you actually possess. I feel this person sees you as someone who's very creative, like you're kind of a jack of all trades. You might be somebody who's very artistic as well. I'm also getting with this Queen of Cups and with this Dilettante that you're very like, and with the island time, it's like I feel this person perceives you as someone who's just very go with the flow. You're very like artsy or creative, or you just kind of flow like water. You're not really forcing anything. You just want to enjoy your time and enjoy your life. Kind of makes sense with that party energy too, right? Like not necessarily focusing on the more serious things. Even though I do feel they're putting you in this category of wanting something more serious with you. So this is a really interesting reading pile too. I don't know. I felt like it was kind of all over the place. I just would love to hear from you what's been going on with this person. I would definitely say when we're asking what category they're putting you in, it feels like they're putting you in the serious relationship category, whether you want to be there or not. So I would love to hear from you guys how it resonated. Drop me a comment below and let me know. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated whenever I upload the next reading. And I look forward to seeing you then. Bye. Hey, pile 3, if you guys picked out this Mookaite crystal, this is going to be your reading. We're going to be looking at how your love interest perceives you. And specifically today, in addition to all the little nuances of how they might perceive you, we're going to try to figure out what sort of category they're placing you in. So do they see you as like relationship or like long-term, short-term, friends with benefits, marriage? Like what category are they putting you in essentially? So let's get started here. So we have exposed, retro, meow, blast from the past. Wow, you guys have that twice. That's pretty cool. Synchronicity there. Okay. So the first thing that's coming through really strong here is that this person sees you as someone from their past. So for some of you, this person may associate you with like being their ex, or you guys just might be like, maybe you've been in each other's lives for a long time in whatever capacity that is. But they are seeing you as someone from the past. The past is significant for this person and the way that they are perceiving you. If you don't have a past with this person, they may be associating you with someone or a situation from their past that maybe your energy or whatever they're going through with you feels familiar to something they've already been through. Okay. I'm also feeling with blast from the past that maybe like you have sort of reached out to them out of the blue, or there's something about you reaching out to them that feels a little bit unexpected recently, or maybe just in general, whenever they hear from you, it feels like it's a little bit out of the blue or unexpected. I do feel this person sees you as someone who's very like free-spirited with exposed and this meow card here. This card is talking about like free-spirited, being whimsical, having fun, being playful. There's also some messages here about trying to fit in as well. So that's kind of interesting to see that, because being next to exposed with nowhere to hide, you know, that's sort of the opposing energy, right? Like you might be a certain type of way and it's really obvious whenever you're trying to fit in with the crowd, right? Like you stand out, kind of like this card. There's 3 cats and then there's like a human pretending to be a cat. So it's like, even though she's modeling and pretending to be a cat, it's obvious that she's not a cat. You know what I mean? Like there's something here about like not being able to hide who you authentically are, no matter how much you might try to model other people or fit in with other people. I also wonder for some of you guys if this person is perceiving you as being like really open with your like body or your physical appearance or something like that. I am picking that up for someone out there, but let's get a little bit more information. So we have the 4 of Voices. Ooh, and we have the Death card. So this person, how do they perceive you? This is definitely confirming that there's like a past or a history with this connection with the Death card, because death is all about transitions. You know what I mean? Someone watching this might actually be going through transition, like in the physical sense. I'm getting that for someone as well. This person is associating you with that. And for most of you guys who picked pile 3, they're associating you with some sort of transformational energy. So like death for me, especially like when we're asking how someone perceives us, this is sort of the energy of someone really feeling like we've left a very permanent mark on their life in some way. That even whenever they had to move away from you or let go of this connection, they move forward from the connection, there was something about their interaction with you that they are always going to take with them. And I think that makes a lot of sense with like how they're associating you so heavily with the past. There is something about your energy of the past that you've connected with them that has really left a mark on this person and potentially helped to catalyze change in them for the better. And I feel vice versa as well. I think with this 4 of Voices, this person is, I'm reading it really intuitively, but I feel this person associates you with like relaxation, spa days, like luxury. I don't know, like that you are like someone who likes to rest and relax and sort of just maybe even isolate sometimes, or just do the things that bring you peace in your life. Some of you guys may also be going through a tough time right now that this person thinks, or they're associating you with this, some sort of big change or transformation in your life. And there's something here about you taking a break, a mental break, an escape from that transition at times. let's continue. This is really, really interesting. So we have grass is greener. And we have signs and synchronicities. Okay. This person, I feel, for whatever reason, perceives you as maybe having walked away to explore greener pastures. I do think for some of you guys, there is like a smidge, an inkling of resentment toward you, that maybe they feel that you walked away from a good thing because you weren't getting something that you needed from them. If that doesn't resonate, I think that this just really aligns with that free-spirited energy that like you and this person is associating you with, where it's like you are not afraid to explore greener pastures if something isn't fulfilling to you. This person is also associating you with signs and synchronicities. This feels like a very spiritual connection. I feel like maybe this person learned about these types of things from you. Like maybe you're a very spiritual person and believe in signs and synchronicities. And this person maybe picked up on this from you. There might be something that they associate you with, like whether it's a repeating number, like is depicted here on this card, or something else. It's like whenever they see whatever this sign or synchronicity is, they think about you. Could be something to do with cats, or we do have a dog here. We also have a moth here. And we have repeating numbers. So there's a couple things that I think could be specific for some of you with what they see as a sign about you. All right, let's continue. We have fresh start. And we have Eos light. I like to read the guidebook on these because I'm still learning this deck. So this is an Aztec goddess. This says, let everything go and start over from scratch. Goddess of water is here to help you wash away everything that isn't working for you and create a brand new story. She's guiding you over her rainbow bridge to more fertile grounds. It's interesting that card talks about the rainbow bridge, and there's all these pets here too. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that concept before, where people say when their pets transition over to the other side, they're crossing the rainbow bridge. Maybe that's something this person associates with you that's very specific. But this is also very similar to the death energy, because death is all about rebirth. It is about releasing the past to be able to welcome in a new beginning. And so this person is associating you with new beginnings. Now, for some of you, maybe this person feels like you walked away because you felt the grass was greener elsewhere. But I also feel for some of you guys, this person perceives you as the greener grass, meaning maybe they have walked away from a situation and reconnecting with you feels like you're the greener grass and you're the fresh start for them. Let's look at the other one. This is a Greek goddess. It says, you may be feeling lost or aimless lately. The winged goddess of light, Eos, is here to show you the way with her torch. Like Eos ushering in the dawn, a light will appear soon to show you the way out of your situation or clarify how you've been feeling and why. Follow these intuitive pings. This is so similar to the signs and synchronicities, you guys. Like this person feels that your energy or something about you is like you're a guide to them. You can show them the way. Like you can show them the way out of a situation or around a situation. Our last card is the Servant. This says, delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. And then we have on the shadow side, using the lack of money as an excuse not to move forward with life. Interesting. So this person certainly sees you as someone who is of service, like you're helpful to them. I think they see you as being very unique and spiritual and someone who's able to guide them when they're lost. And it's almost like they see you as doing this out of just love and just the delight, like the card says, the delight of doing it, just to do it. You don't expect payment. You don't expect anything in return. I think that they see you as being very selfless in the way that you give to them. This is so interesting, you guys, because I know that I wanted to kind of see like what category per se they fit you into. But But it's like we are not getting anything super specific about that. It's just kind of like they see you as this really special person that is from their past. I want to see, I'm just going to pull a few more of these cards here to see if we can get anything more specific for like kind of what category they're placing you in. And if nothing comes through, then I guess we're just not meant to know. But let's see. How does Pile 3's person perceive my Pile 3 viewers? What kind of category are they putting them in at this time? We have new love. Interesting. It's interesting because you're new love, but they do associate you with their past. The snake. You guys know I hate that card. I feel like it comes up at least once in every reading. They see you as a new love opportunity. So even though you're someone from the past, I don't know if you've ever been romantically connected with this person before, or if you've been maybe just friends with this person before, or maybe you've been in a relationship before, but like, again, there's fresh start energy with you that this person is feeling. It's like they want to leave the past behind. But I do feel with the snake coming up that there could be something that they're not fully trusting about you or about this situation. The snake, it's like a few different things for me. I think number one, it represents shedding of skin. You know what I mean? Like, which makes a lot of sense with this like death and rebirth energy. In fact, that's what I feel it means for the majority. There's a lot of different things I associate the snake with, but I feel like for this reading, it's more tying in with this rebirth energy of this connection of, you know, a snake, it grows and outgrows its skin. And as the skin is being outgrown, it makes it hard for the snake to see, right? Because the eyes are covered by the dead skin. And then once it sheds its skin, it's like reborn again, you know? And I feel like that is the association here that this person has with you. But I do feel with the snake, there could be like a little part of this person that doesn't maybe fully trust the situation. I'm also getting with that Four of Swords and the snake, like there could be this perception that you're kind of secluded off by yourself or sort of isolated at times. Definitely speaks to that energy of the cat, the meow card, which is like about being a little different and unique, you know? There's certainly something about you that's they perceive as being a little bit more isolated or to yourself. So, but what category are they putting you into? It's new love, but obviously so much more than that. So this was really intriguing, Pile 3. I'm going to close your reading here, but I would love to hear from you in the comments. What do you feel resonates about this reading with your personal situation? So drop me a note down below. Let me know. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated when I record the next reading, and I will see you then. Bye.